What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to another video. This is a video that I've been wanting to make for a while. I remember I made this like I think 2 years ago almost, so it's definitely due for an update. But yeah, this is how I find rare Apple products. Of course, we have my iPad mini. This is not really a rare device, but we're going to be using this as the device to show you guys how I actually go about finding a lot of the devices that I have in my collection. Like over the past 3 years, I'm pretty sure that like more than half of my devices all came from eBay, which is crazy to think about. But I'm gonna tell you guys, like, these are the websites that have honestly worked best for me. And one of the best things when it comes to starting a collection is that you don't really have to go all in. Start small, set a very strict budget, and obviously, you know, it's always a great feeling when you find something for a really great price. So that's what this video is gonna be about, and hopefully I can give back to you guys and show you guys how I find a lot of these random rare Apple products, like this iPhone 5C case that I have right over here. This thing definitely takes me back. So pretty cool thing to see. I think this one here was like 15 bucks. Got it shipped from Europe. But yeah, definitely a piece of Apple history. And by the way, I did want to mention, I am thinking about starting a Discord server. So if that's something you guys are interested in, kind of like a community to talk about where we can find all these devices, I'll talk more about it towards the end of this video, so be sure to stick around. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So the first app that I want to show you guys here, not really an app, but a website, is of course eBay. eBay has worked best for me. Like I said, I think more than half the devices that I have in my collection all came from eBay. And you know, it's very simple to use. Obviously, if you're looking for like an iPhone 4S, you just search the device. And the thing I love about eBay is that you can actually sort by the newest listing. So this is what I use a lot, because this way I'm able to see if a device has already, you know, been listed, and if it has, you can kind of get in on that device before someone else does. One of the things when it comes to starting a collection, like I said, is just having a lot of patience. So you're really not going to find the device that you're looking for right away. So don't be discouraged if you don't find it the first time. And I'm going to tell you guys, when you get in the habit of it, it's actually like one of the best hobbies ever. Like this is like what kind of started iClassic. So it's definitely a very like nostalgic moment for me, just looking through all these devices. So yeah, it's always fun. Oh, and one other thing that I would be absolutely careful about is stock images. So a lot of sellers just end up using stock images of the devices that they're selling. Please be super careful with this, because you're not actually seeing a real photo of the device. You're just seeing a random rendered image that they probably got off of Google. You know, this one here actually does have the photo of the phone itself. But just be super careful. Some sellers do end up reusing the same photo multiple times across all their listings, and that can make it really difficult to figure out which iOS version it's actually running. So just be super careful. Just see what other items they're selling, see if the photos are different. That's one tactic to use, because the last thing you want is to buy like an iPhone 4S that you thought was on iOS 5, but it actually comes with iOS 9. Like that's probably going to be the worst feeling ever. So definitely one thing to keep in mind. A lot of these sellers also offer the ability to put in a best offer. So, you know, I don't know, if we click on a random listing right over here, I'm actually not logged in, so it probably won't show up on here, but if you do have that option, definitely take advantage of it. I personally don't really do bids, because I know people are going to bid a lot on a rare Apple device. So if I find something that looks pretty good, if it has the best offer on it, I'll put my best offer out there and see what the seller does. And yeah, hope that they accept it at the end of the day. But it's honestly a really fun process. And like I said, just have a really strict budget. Don't go buying like an iPhone 5S on iOS 7 for like $300. Like, please guys, do not do that. And that's kind of why I want to make this Discord server as well, just to like talk a little bit more about like what you should be paying for a device versus like when a seller is actually trying to like rip you off. So maybe like creating like a spreadsheet with like all the different market prices. It's a whole process. I'll talk about it towards the end of this video, but that's kind of what I had in mind. And one other thing I also wanted to say here is just scarcity in general. So let me give you guys an example. So these right here are the original iPod socks. They actually were not purchased on eBay. I think these were purchased off of Poshmark. And it's a funny story, because the seller did not ship to Canada, because I used to live there before. So we did the sale off of Poshmark. I think we did it through Instagram, and I just like PayPal the money and they sent it over, but these ended up being like $14. So one of the things to remember is that some accessories or devices are just really hard to come by, and you might have to end up paying a higher price just based on how much supply is available. Another example that I have here is the iPhone bumper case. So these ones are super hard to find. Like, I'd have to say in like the last 3 years of searching for them, I have come across a few, but they're always super expensive, and like no one is selling them because I guess they're just really rare. So I ended up paying like $100 for, I think it was all 6 colors. Yeah, I have 6 colors in total. So that was really, really expensive, guys. But it was worth it for me because these are a very nostalgic item. And lastly, with eBay, one of the things that I love to do is to just change the zip code. So let me show you guys what I mean. So if I just type in like iPhone right over here, you guys will notice that I have the zip code changed to 95014. You guys are probably wondering, what exactly is this? So this is the original Apple headquarters zip code, you know, One Infinite Loop, Cupertino, California. So one of the things I'll do here is just type in like Apple shirt, and I'm gonna make sure that it is within like a 25-mile radius of that zip code, because that way it'll just pull in everything that's as close to that zip code as possible. And take a look at this, guys. We have some really interesting shirts that just popped up here, and these are all located in California, which is super cool to see. Like, take a look at this new vintage aesthetic Apple promotional campaign tee from the 2000s. It's not something you see every single day. Like, these are so cool. I feel like as an Apple collector, if I really wanted to go out and buy some like Apple specific merch, like this would probably be a good way to start. And it doesn't just have to be California, you know, there's so many different places you can check on eBay or even outside of eBay as well. But I'd say this is probably the easiest way to check, just to see what's, you know, just to see like what's available at the moment. So definitely something that I just love to do. And take a look at this. So Apple's headquarters at Apple Park, they actually sell specific merch that is only available at that store. So some people offer this service where they'll pick up the item for you, but I don't recommend this, guys. You're gonna end up paying so much. If you do end up going to Cupertino one day, just visit the place in person. The experience will be just so much better. So this thing right here, I probably would not do. But yeah, that's mostly eBay, guys. Take your time when it comes to finding these devices. Like I said, it is not a race. You might not find the device that you're looking for, and honestly, you're probably not going to find the rarest device on the first try, but doing this over and over again will eventually get you in the habit of it, and hopefully you guys will find what you're looking for. A couple other websites I did want to talk about is Facebook Marketplace. I'm not going to open it up because this is my personal Facebook account, but I want to give you guys a story. So this one right here, this device, I actually got off of Facebook Marketplace, and it was like 20 Canadian dollars, and it's running iOS 4. So this thing is literally a gem. Like, I love this device so much. I've shown it in so many of my videos. I'm sure you guys have seen this one before, but yeah, I just love this phone. But yeah, Facebook Marketplace is sketchy, guys. It doesn't really work that well for me, especially here in Arizona. There's just not a lot of people selling rare Apple stuff on Facebook Marketplace, because a lot of this stuff does end up coming out from like Southern California or like other neighboring states. So for me, I personally wouldn't recommend Facebook Marketplace, but back when I lived in Canada, it actually worked really well for me. So I guess it's very location dependent. But again, just be super careful when you're meeting random people in person. Last but not least, I want to talk about ShopGoodwill. Actually, we will go to the web-based version because I think it'll be easier that way. ShopGoodwill is a very interesting website. You can find some really great deals on auctioned items. So these are items that have been donated by people to local Goodwills, and I'm pretty sure they were just being auctioned off online. So this one right here was an iPhone 5S in space gray. I'm pretty sure this auction already ended, but yeah, I was thinking about buying this. Actually, I might have to find another one, but yeah, you guys can see, I mean, $6.99, like you really can't go wrong. The only thing with this website is that their inventory is very limited just based on what they have. So if I type in something like iPod Classic, we probably won't see too many here. I mean, wow, that's not a bad deal. 80 gigabytes with original box, currently $40. It has 6 bids. And I don't know too much about iPod Classics, but I think that's a pretty good deal considering it stays around $40 and doesn't shoot up to like 100. But ShopGoodwill can honestly be a gem. I don't know if it's US only. I think they only ship within the US and to Canada, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I love ShopGoodwill. I haven't personally used it because it's just so limited in terms of what devices that they have. But it's honestly worked well for me in a lot of ways. So hopefully it can also work for you guys as well. But yeah, guys, I hope that helped you guys out a lot when it comes to shopping and just finding rare Apple products in general. It definitely is a mission. It takes a lot of time and patience, but when you find what you're looking for, it's the best feeling ever. So hopefully that helped you guys out. Now, in terms of the Discord server that I was talking about, if you guys are interested in seeing that happen, let me know in the comment section below. I'm just thinking, you know, like a community where we can talk about all things Apple, retro Apple devices, or just anything retro in general, and kind of creating like that shared spreadsheet where we can just find products and figure out what the best price for these products would be. This is obviously going to be a work in progress, and not everything is going to be made all at once. But if you guys want to start small and you guys want me to make that Discord server, let me know in the comment section below. I will probably end up making a completely different Discord account, because the one I have right now is a private personal account, just for like friends and family. But yeah, if that's something you guys are interested in, let me know in the comment section below. But I hope this helped you guys out. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.